After Rise of Shadows got released, we've seen some new decks here and there. With new decks, I mean the exact same decks like 2-3 weeks ago, but with a few new cards. Mainly, well, the same broken decks as before. There is not the biggest difference, but we see new cards being played in those decks. And today I'm going to show you at least one deck per class for all 9 classes, so you can see how the meta looks like at the moment and whether or not you should draft a deck. Keep in mind, the dust score at the very bottom is kind of messed up. I don't know why, but sometimes it's just not appropriate. So don't have wrong expectations. That being said, let's begin with Druid. First off, we have HIJO's rank 1 Legend Druid that we played ourselves and got to 126, I think. We went like 15 and 5. Like, the deck is great. The thing is though, if Druid becomes more popular, might get attacked soon. Broken stuff. In short, like Vargheth Oaken summons into Hacklebot or Ironwood Golem, it's just broken. Like, no joke. It's just broken for 4 mana. You summon 2 giant minions, you have big stuff, you get armor, all of that. It's pretty good. What counters this one though? Token Druid, because Token Druid plots the board, buffs it, goes face, and we win. What me surprised a little bit, there is no living mana, but we do run Evolving Spores, which we haven't really seen in Token Druid at all. But it did work. It even worked for us, because turns out getting Wind Fury or +3 attack on 2 to 3 minutes or more is really broken. So those are 2 Druid decks that you could play at the moment, but those aren't really new inventions. Like, I don't know, 5 cards changed. Let's see if something changed for Hunter. For Hunter we have 2 decks, both created by Duwin, the Hunter expert, and basically the only person who plays Hunter and Wild, because Hunter is really not good in Wild. You can play Mech Hunter, obviously, and just go face, because you have Garvan as a Mech Warper, but if you don't play that, you either play Secret Hunter or, at the moment, Malagos Hunter. Malagos Hunter is really fun to play, especially against Warriors. You might include Geppetto, because Geppetto draws your Malagos almost consistently, and, well, turns out twin spells that deal either 6 or 11 damage to your opponent's face. You can use it twice for 2 mana. Are pretty broken. If you don't play that though, you might play something like Secret Hunter, but a more controlled version, as you can see. Duwin said, or at least in his tweet, that he and his Hunter Discord tested out some of the cards, some of the inclusions and substitutions and tag cards, and well, looks like MC Tag and Gluttony Zeus found a place in here. I haven't played this deck myself, but seems like it works, at least for Duwin. Moving on to the next class. For Mage we have 2 rather new decks, because both include cards we haven't seen before. Mainly because Conjurer's Call is a really good card. You can play it on basically anything in one. The one is an Odd Mage, which I really like because the hero power deals 2 damage by Reno Jackson. That is really fun to play, I have to admit. You can't put in Khadgar, but you can put in Khadgar in this second list, right? This list is basically, you play Sorcerer's Apprentice, right? You use all your spells, have 2 mana left or 0 mana left, and then you play a Mana Cyclone and get all those cards back. You do run Open the Way Gates. Like, this deck is really fun to play. I don't have the card, but I didn't feel bad to lose against, is what I can say. Your main combo is, you deal like, I don't know, 10 damage face, right? Then you play whatever card you have, double Arcane Giants, because they're probably at 0 mana, and play the quest reward, the Open the Way Gates. And then, well, get another turn. Hit face. 20 plus damage upon this stat. It actually works. It's probably worse against control decks and Druid, because it turns out lots of armor is a counter to dealing damage and receiving damage face. But it was a fun deck to lose against, I can say. I'm looking forward to see Reno Jackson's deck, the Odd Mage, being played on ladder a little bit more, because, well, we're probably going to try it out. Looks like fun. Let's move on to Paladin. There's no even Paladin, there's no control Paladin, there's no OTK Paladin. All of that is really just a tier 4 deck. It might be fun to play, but we gotta stick with the Odd Paladin, the Dance Camp Paladin, and the Murloc OTK. Because Murlocs still go face, and you have Shavala. So if you want to use your Holy Wrath, you have 2 OTKs, and it actually works. It's fun to play if you play that roulette card. Besides that, Odd Paladin obviously are basically 28 of the same cards, and then you put in Never Surrender. Because Never Surrender turns out to be pretty good, especially against the Fire Spirit, Maelstrom Portal. There's not much to explain here, those decks are just good. Now for Priest, I could show you Big Priest, I'm not going to. Here is Silence Priest and Dragon Priest though, because dragons can easily stick on the board, then you use Double Divine Spirit Inner Fire to hit face for 24 or more, and Silence Priest well, what is your opponent going to do? Try to deal with a humongous Razor Leaf? It's a 15 mana for 8. Silence Priest is pretty decent. The fun thing is though, even in Silence Priest, you only play one copy of Silence, the actual card, right? You have other silence effects that are better than the cards called Silence. Play those, make people happy. Even if you win, they wouldn't be too disappointed in humanity. Don't play Big Priest, please. Yay, a new deck for Rogue. Well, no, it's Kingspan. Like, you go face, right? You draw you up and go face, like. Nothing changed. But it's Kingspan. Yay. Damn, look at that. I even encountered that at rank 15 Legend. It's Murloc Shaman. You play Murlocs, you buff that. Everything is awesome. You have War Leader, buff your stuff more. Go face, Murlocs, Murgle and stuff. It's actually fun to play. And if you have AoE, it's fun to win against. And if you have Defile, it's even more fun. And then we also have Even Shaman. Yay, a new deck. But it's the more control-heavy version. Like, I've seen some people playing it. I have to say, it's unexpected, right? You think like, oh, they have like 15 to 22 drops, and then they go face, and then Reckle for 6 or 7. Yay, we're that. But no, it's actually more control-heavy. You have Hagatha, you have Lich King, you have Walking Fountain. Pretty fun. Play it. Craft it. Invest your dust. Ignore the fact that there are 6 legendaries, okay? Ignore the 5 digits of dust. Fun to play. At least a little bit more than usual Even Shaman. Then we still have Even Warlock. I could have shown you also Arena Lock and basically any Warlock deck. Warlock still works. For me personally, Zoo worked for Legend and for rank 2 on EU. But Warlock is just in a decent spot right now. Warlock works. So we still have Darkest Hour Dance Game Warlock, which is pretty inconsistent. For me at least. But I don't have the best RNG when it comes to that deck. And, well, we have Even. And Even is good. Points out, 3-mana Mountain Giant. Goes face. Points out, using Face's Shambler on him. Would be pretty good. Turns out Silence is good against Big Priest. Decent decks. Decent decks. By the way, any Warlock deck you want to play, it works at the moment. Maybe not Quest, discard, something Warlock, but Warlock is in a good spot. And lastly, we have a new Warrior deck. Well, I lied, it's not new. But it worked. I got to rank 10 Legend by Concerned Mom. Look at this. It's odd. It's extremely boring to play. Probably. I never played it, but I believe so. Yeah, it's odd. Click your hero power forever, yay! Fun and interactive games. Anyways, it does work. And that is the main point, right? But here's the thing. If you want to climb ladder, play an aggro deck. Just play a fast deck. Like if you have a 60% win rate with an aggro deck, or 60% win rate with a control deck, you can play 10 times as many games in an aggro deck and take the aggro deck. It's just better. Makes more fun. I don't know. Click on more cards. Move your mouse more. Interactive. Okay? Okay. That being said, those are, I don't know, how many games? How many decks? 14, 15, 16? The thing is, nothing really changed, right? Which means this is probably going to be a bi-weekly series where we just talk about the decks and deck lists we have seen on ladder and what showed up. Real quick, here's what I encountered. So you have something like an overview on how many... I mean, we played like 250 games, and those are what we encountered mostly. Like, Warrior basically doesn't exist, besides a few pirates and like 1 or 2 odd warriors at all. And, well, Druid was really not seen. Until HIJO got a rank 1 Legend. Then it was seen. And Hunter is still mech go face. It's basically like what any meta report in the last 2 years, it's the same. Plus minus a few cards here and there, right? And please... don't play Big Priest. Next week, by the way, I said this one is a bi-weekly series, right? But next week, I will show you some meme decks, some fun decks to play. The ones that are actually good for Wild. And not that broken shit. I mean, sorry. Those fun and interactive rank 1 Legend decks. And those are way more fun. Look forward to Renounced Darkness, to Random Mage, Mill Rogue, or Steel Stuff Rogue Espionage, all that stuff. You will see. Mainly York Druid, because York Druid is consistent. If you believe in York, and he doesn't use Doom at the first spell, which did happen anyways. Thanks for watching, and let's open 15 packs. Ooh. Nothing. We can also hit Space Pack. Other people got like, I don't know, 2 to 3 legendaries. I want at least 1. And in HCT, Muzzy lost. Well, rip. Rip. Epic. But maybe it means that he has a bright career somewhere else. I mean, we got epics to disenchant, right? And a whole bit to say hello to YouTube. Ooh, that's good. Sushinari, hello there. And Pindad? Greetings. Sad to hear that. Gold epic is nice though. Epic. This is number 5, right? In 8 packs? Did we get anything good? Well, got this one. We got epics. But I would like to have a legendary. But I think every single pack is maxed out to the Petit Hammer. So might be a disappointing opening. Besides the epics. Rare. Need streamer loot. We need streamer luck. I mean, yesterday we got 2 legendaries in 1 pack, so... Oh, that kinda counts, doesn't it? More packs, son. How many? How many packs do we need? Ooh, that's pretty nice. I mean, we got 7 epics and 2 of them are golden, right? I think that's pretty good. Okay, we got 8 epics in 15 packs and 2 gold ones. I think that's pretty good.